The communists are further reproached with desiring to abolish countries and nationality. The working men have no country. We cannot take from them what they have not got. Since the proletariat must first of all acquire political supremacy, must rise to be the national class, must constitute itself the nation. It is, so far, itself national, though not in the bourgeois sense of the word. So the working proletariat are the nation insofar as they will one day rise to become the nation. But that is not the sense of the nation that the bourgeoisie recognize. National differences and antagonisms between peoples are daily more and more vanishing owing to the development of the bourgeoisie. The freedom of commerce, to the world market, to uniformity in the mode of production, and in the conditions of life corresponding thereto. The supremacy of the proletariat will cause them to vanish still faster. United action of the leading civilized countries at least is one of the first conditions for the emancipation of the proletariat. And there were movements towards this in the latter half of the 20th century, and it's all now being derided as complete wokeness. This is a term that I could take endless issue with, but we're not going to get into that here. Suffice to say, though, that all of this talk of countries and national identity is being hijacked. We've said this before, being hijacked by political narrative weavers. That is the purpose of them in the technological age, unfortunately. And it is only when the general working population have a real stake in the nation itself that they will be anything else. Now, I think that maybe those self-same institutions can survive this transition, and see my essays on Hannah Arendt for how, but there will need to be this kind of transitional period, but it doesn't mean anything has to change too fast. Not from my perspective as a socialist, at any rate. Systems changing too fast is what causes these disharmonies, which provide opportunities to dishonest actors. That is what we can see as the major failure of communism in the Soviet era.